When you had finished, I believe, you walked up and you hugged Vic.
Yes, ma'am. It was a work-related thing.
But in the video, you don't appear to be like with him, or you pushing back at him, or...
As I said in my statement that I put on Twitter, I had chosen to forgive him for the one incident that we had in 2007 because I did consider him a good colleague, a friend, and I wanted to believe the best in him.
Well, it would appear that we have yet another voice actress within the industry that's come out against Vic Mignogna, except in this case, her claims of having to be forced in dancing with him seem to be very contradictory to the video having to be presented, in which paint things out to be a tad bit different as recalled by the voice actress, to where the voice actress is saying one thing but the video itself being taken by fans proves another. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and want to be kept up to date with all things involving Vic Mignogna, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and many of the news and updates involving the Vic Mignogna case, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. Be sure to go on ahead and slap a like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys do stand with Vic, as well as making sure to check out and subscribe to my main channel over at UnrealNetwork, and follow me at Twitter at UnrealNetwork to stay connected with me at all times. And if you have anything you would like to share or tag me in involving Vic Mignogna or any of the parties involved in this case, then be sure to go on ahead and follow me at Twitter. So to kick things off here today, it appears that Kara Edwards is now being dragged into the Twitter wars, as according to an individual that goes by the name of Perception Check, they went on to tweet the following, as it states, Kara Edwards at Kara Edwards initiated this dance. There's video evidence of this. These people are absolute garbage. And the reason why they're saying this is because there was a supposed testimony by Kara, as she went on to allege, and I quote, "He seductively grabbed me into a tango dance move." But of course, there's video evidence proving otherwise. So, is Kara Edwards telling the truth, or is Kara Edwards lying? Well, I'm gonna leave that open to interpretation for you guys to see. Go on ahead and check this out. Is this not why you're subscribed to this channel? To see objective truth? In the fact that in each and every single one of my videos, I provide you guys with irrefutable factual evidence based on the narrative presented. Now here we find ourselves in a very interesting position, as I myself do enjoy and like Kara Edwards, but what are you doing? By alleging that someone forcibly grabbed you into a tango dance, I don't know. The video suggests otherwise. How are you going to initiate this by sticking your hand out and going along by dancing with this individual, knowing the fact that your friends, your lying, condescending friends who seem to fumble their story left and right, are accusing this man of one action, but then are redacting certain things when deposed with lack of irrefutable evidence to show for said claims. But on top of that, why would you initiate some sort of a signal in telling people that he forcibly grabbed you when the video shows otherwise? You participated in a stupid dance. It's just a dance. You guys danced for the fans. You had a good time doing it. If you did, if you didn't, oh well, and that was the end of it. There was no physical harm, physical engagement on stage. But just in case you think I'm lying, let's go on ahead and check this shit out again. Are you guys beginning to see the pattern now? I'm showing you irrefutable video evidence on the fact that Kara Edwards walked on over and simply participated in a dance with Vic. But according to her, he grabbed me and he pulled me in for a tango dance. I want you guys to understand something in the fact that we're living in a snowflake day and age, right? Everyone seems to be in their fifis crying all the time, damsels in distress left and right. If you even think about saying one thing that could make someone feel uncomfortable, your life will be ruined. If you go as far as to even accordingly enough dance with somebody, hug them, or do anything of that nature, your life will be ruined. Do you not understand how bad this is getting? And it's not just Vic Mignogna, it's not just Monica Rial. This is extending outwards into different territories, different parts of the world. You yourself right now watching this video, whether you be a man or a woman, you right now listening, watching to this video could come across somebody one day, have a good time with them, a good conversation, or even going as far as to be intimate with them, being boyfriend, being girlfriend, whatever. And at some point there's a possible chance that that interaction could come back to bite you in the ass. And that in and of itself is bad, because when people lie, they should not get away with it, especially if it's damaging enough to ruin your life. So again, why is Kara Edwards saying this? We don't know, as of course she took it upon herself to go to Twitter and having to quote tweet by stating, but why don't victims come forward? Victims of what? Victims of dancing? So by your logic, right, if you dance with someone that you later feel uncomfortable with, you are now by definition a victim? What Looney Tune world are we living in here? Look at this video. Look how happy everyone is in this video in 2008. You people are ruining friendships. You're ruining the current society that we're living in. You're scrutinizing people. You're trying to paint down narratives just based on your own assertions that you felt that you were forced to do something when you yourself acted upon your own free will to get your ass up out of that chair and participate in a dance. That is a lie, and you are scum for doing that. You can't do that. People's reputations, people's livelihoods, despite how much you may hate somebody, why would anyone want to go as far as to take away someone's hard work and their ability to make money, to live? The only way out, the only thing these people sought out of all of this is doing anything they could, anything in their power they could to make sure that by the end of this man's life he had nothing, and that is disgusting. And that is exactly why a lot of people stand with Vic in this case, because they've met him, they've interacted with him, and they know for an absolute fact that he has no malice intent. There are other people, there are other men, as they're painting this out, there are other men in this world right now that are doing 1,000 times worse than what Vic has done or alleged to do based on your own biased statements. There are people doing things right now in the world that are acting upon the exact thing you are blaming him for, but yet nothing is being done. And it's not because victims are afraid to come out, it's because these alleged victims are lying, and there's so much evidence, mountains of evidence, to prove the narrative that they are full of crap. But in the end, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below, and I always tell you guys in the comments to share my videos because it is important to spread the message of awareness, and this is one of those videos. So again, I encourage you all to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can, because as you guys can see, there is a message here that needs to be heard. So again, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to leave you all with some clips once again for you guys to watch to come up with your own judgments for. So again, thank you all so much for watching. If of course you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, guys. Give this video a big fat thumbs up if you guys agree and stand with Vic Mignogna. Thank you all once again for your time, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
And then Vic said, hey, can you come by my hotel room? There's something I want to show you. And I can't recall exactly. I think it was the Full Metal Fantasy film that he had done, his fan film. And so I went to his hotel room because, like I said, I had been flirting with Raleigh all weekend, and he was dating a friend of mine named Michelle Specht. So I went with him to the hotel room. He played for me the video, and in the middle of the video, he grabbed me by the arms and he turned me around and he started kissing me. And, sorry, and
It's okay.
I was raped when I was 15 years old. And so for me, it was It was a very difficult moment. I was frightened, I was scared, I didn't know what to do. When I was 15, I had fought back, and that didn't end well for me, so I just kind of went along with it. He kept kissing me and kind of pushed me back onto the bed and actually got on top of me, and I still have like a very visual, like a nightmare actually, that the feeling of looking at the door and thinking, how do I get out of this? Like how do I get out of there without ruining the friendship that we'd had, that we'd built? And then Stan came to the door, and when Stan came to the door, he jumped up and ran to the door, and I kind of covered my face because being pale, if anything's happening, you can see it all over my face. Stan came in. He asked me as we were leaving, you know, are you okay? I said, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just kind of kept covering my face, and we went to dinner. I don't recall where we went or what was spoken about because I think I was in shock the whole time. And when we came back, he went out there. Outside of his room, there was this little patio, and he was standing on the patio, and he called Michelle.
Well, for the longest time, my only recollection of the rumors and stories online were that I would hug fans that, you know, that didn't want to be hugged, or, you know, or I would be too close to a fan that didn't appreciate it. Of course, they didn't say anything at the time, but they mentioned it later. Can I ask you to define sexual harassment?
The unwanted touching.
So any unwanted contact is harassment.
Sexual harassment, yeah.
Sexual harassment.
Sure.
I don't agree with your definition personally.
Okay. Well, then give me your definition of sexual harassment.
Forcing somebody to engage in sexual related behavior against their will. A convention organizer may be on the fence based on rumor and social media, but if a voice actress in the industry or a voice actor in the industry calls up and puts pressure, or an animation company like Funimation or Rooster Teeth calls up and puts pressure on a convention, you know, they can certainly sway the conventions having me.
But we've established you've got to go to CommandCon, right?
Only after a great deal of back and forth. I was originally canceled, even though I had a contract, because of pressure put on by them and threats. I have also been told, again, I don't know specifics, not yet anyway, that there are other events that the defendants have contacted and encouraged not to have me, or said they weren't going to come and they were going to try to get their other voice actor friends not to come if I was there. A few other voice actors liked and commented on some of this, and I was quite dumbfounded when I found out. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I cast this guy in my show and he was all friendly and, you know, and jovial and best buddies, and now he's online joining in on this. It was surprising.
Was it just a total shock to you that these people were coming out that have known you for all these years? And
yes, sir.
You kind of apologize in that letter to people you've made feel uncomfortable. I mean, was there anybody in particular you were thinking, or was that just more of a generic?
No, it was generic. It was the idea of somebody that I might have hugged for a photo that didn't say anything at the time, but of course they went home and posted about how they didn't appreciate it or something, and I apologize to those people for not being sensitive to that.
Now, were there allegations floating around after January 16, 2019, that you were a pedophile?
Well, people have been throwing that word around for, you know.
For what?
Well, just for a while.
About you?
Yes.
For how long?
I don't know.
I mean, when's the first time you can recall?
I don't recall. Like I said, there are people out there that see me hugging someone for a photo in front of 300 other people and 25 video cameras. It's purely for the photo, and they decide somehow that I'm a pedophile. There is no evidence of that. There's no proof of it. There are no charges. There are no convictions.